I started vlogging in 2003, before YouTube even existed. It is with heart wide open that I share with you my journey that has taken me from South Korea to now living off-grid in the middle of nowhere.
I knew he was gonna win, and yeah, I don't think it's representative at all of where the country. I know there's a lot of people, like, you know, doing the finger like that guy, but it's not as many, you know, like we're being lied to. It's not accurate. It's not what the people voted, and some reports are coming up. Of course, whether they're true or not, I don't know, but to me, I don't see how a nation can be as dumb as this. Yeah, there's a lot, but this is not representative. Even though that voting either liberal or NDP or conservative is the same as voting for the WEF. We might have to make like major plans, you know, like major life changes, but maybe not. Oh, look, it's like hailing. Okay, so of all the things I can do, I think the number one I need to do is this one, so that the truck and trailer can be undone and I can work on my trailer or the truck. So yeah, that should work for the excavator here. I'll have to move the barbecue back, remove the ladder, remove this. So I have to think where I move this stuff now. And then here, that stuff here needs to move, because I'm gonna move the back wall, and I think I'm gonna move the building back a little bit. Okay, I emptied that little room. I'm gonna dig here to put a drain. That's gonna go through and come out here and then turn here and go right there. This will allow me to move this back and maybe make it a foot or two longer, giving me more space over there. And then the gravel will fill this. So I will put gravel up to here. You have to see it to believe it. It's a big rock. My arms are tired just to breaking it loose like that. So now I have to lift it out of there. Okay, not too bad. Watch out, Miley. Move. Look, these are the two rocks that had to be in the way. They were squeezed between smaller rocks, so it wasn't without effort. So now that's my trench. I'm gonna pour some water and see how well it's working. So far, so good. Look at that. Yeah, perfect. Look at that. This is so good. Maybe just a small hiccup over there. Here. Like that. Okay, now let's see if I can bring it here. We'll find out. I'm gonna put the camera. You watch. Oops. You watch if I can do it. I forgot to change the bucket. I was too eager. So I got my pipe installed. I need to open to the ditch there in the corner. But I got another big rock here. Look at that. I'm gonna have to move these guys. So my first step now is to put gravel, pack it here so that the pipe is under the gravel completely. I backed up the trailer, opened the tailgate, and I'm just gonna dump it in there. Okay, that step is done. I'm gonna need another load because I want to extend it there and back here to cover the pipe at least. So another load, definitely, and then I'll be ready to work with that, but no rush. I feel lazy after this. So I'm gonna work on this. I'll do stuff in the excavator. If I'm done around here, I'll go back there where the barn is, try to work the soil there. So I'm done back there by the container. Now I'm here and I'm working, as you can see, where I've worked and where I haven't. So I'm trying to flatten everything, make it smooth. And then I'm gonna do the ditch. I'm gonna change bucket and do the ditch. So I'm glad it's working. I'm getting somewhere. Look at that. Not bad at all. The barn will go right there. I'm gonna go do the ditch on this side of the fence now. But it's like after 7. It's okay. Okay, that'll be enough for today. I'm gonna go hang out with Divine, and I'll you know, better keep some for tomorrow. Anyway, wow, it looks really good. It looks like something's gonna be built here. So the fence, I cannot build it just yet. I have the posts, but I don't have the long ones that will go between the posts. But we're gonna be taking it easy, slow in terms of the building, to because right now it's more important for us to have savings than to develop, because the way we're set up right now, we can live for many years without suffering, really. So you know, like, we've reached a point where we don't really, it'd be great, but it's not a matter of survival like it was the first winter. We've got some kind of balance right now that would allow us to think of living like that long term. But So the barn is not a necessity, but if I can do it for very cheap by having all the wood milled, then doing the concrete, there isn't much, you know, after this, the fasteners, the screws, the nails, all that stuff, that costs too. And the big expense will be the metal roof. I'm glad I was productive. I didn't think I'd get that far. That's good. So tomorrow I start with the finishing that ditch because I've got the small bucket, and then I'm going in the bush to get the logs. So I'm gonna make a little ditch. I'm gonna put the culverts that I've got there so that I can drive the truck in that spot. I thought maybe I'd come and check what Divine has been up to. Look at that strawberry bed. Wow, I love it. It's for the grapes. This is awesome. Look at that. Yeah. And this guy, I think, is doing better. So right now it's, what time is it? It's 12:30. So if you look, the sun is like here, you know, you see the shade on the bed. So back, like the sun is not on the wall. The sun comes like, so these guys get more light in the summer, these beds, and these beds get more light in the winter. Aha, that's the difference. Yeah, maybe it's easier to see the angle of the sun in the bed in the shadow. But it's good that the front is green, and we might paint them black because that's gonna help keeping these beds warm. Who knows? Let's see as it evolves. So I'm not an expert in ditching yet because, well, if I'm going straight back and I dig between the tracks and I back up, that's really easy. But it's when you get to a spot like here where I cannot back up because there's a fence, it gets trickier. But I think I'm gonna be pretty good with the level. I can do a bigger slope anyway. The fence will go over the the ditch here, and then the barn will be like, maybe the front will be around here and the back 32 feet behind, something like that. So now my next step is to put a culvert down here and then backfill on top. This morning oh, it was emotional because I watched Divine's video of Wednesday the 30th, I think today anyway. Oh, it was so she was sneaky too, because usually we watch together, but today she was busy outside. And I had noticed that she was busy outside, you know, but then it came up in the video, so I made the connection. So it's so good, you know, it felt so good it's not something you tell each other every day, you know? Yeah. So I had a tumultuous romantic history, but I don't regret every single bit of it because of where I am today, you know? All the heartaches and all these emotions, the drama. Yeah, with many girlfriends. And it's not their fault. It's me. I was young, romantically. I was very young, but pure. Anyway, so finally living this relationship with divine is such a blessing, you know. It's it's beyond my what I set out my quest for, you know. I set out on that crazy journey of meeting my woman and very young age too. And it ends up being divine, you know. This is so awesome. Anyway, I think I can carry we'll see. So look at that. I've got two nice ones. This one has holes, but I can put the holes at the bottom. Yeah, and then that's fine. So, and it's like wide enough for the quad. Let me check. Maybe. Do I want to drive the car there? At some point I might, so it's better to put the two. Because one is not enough for the car. It's not wide enough. So I'll put both. When Divine was like, you know, showing you, her viewers, how everything we've built together. And most of it I built, you know, pretty much alone. Where Divine has, she has to work, so that's my work. Yeah, that felt really good to look at what we've accomplished together. And if she wasn't in my life, I wouldn't be here. I would want to be here with Divine, with my Divine. You know what I mean? But alone, I wouldn't have done it. There was something else I wanted to tell you, but it escaped my mind. It was very romantic. Yes. Isn't it funny that I need some gravel today? No problem. I think just one load of this is plenty. So let's see here. Oh yeah, that's working. Look at that. It's draining all the way. That's working. That should do. So now I just backfill this up and we'll have something we can drive on, and I'm gonna work on the grounds back here and try to see if I can do more stuff with the excavator before I start driving to the back. I got them ready to be loaded, and now I'm walking back home. I've got my rifle in case I see a bear that was curious about the noise. Anyway, crossing the creek was no problem, but I got stung by mosquitoes while I was working in the excavator, so that's a little annoying. I should be able to do 1 or 2 loads of these logs, maybe 3, and that might be it. I don't know. If I have the chainsaw with me, I'll be able to do it. It won't be too long. It's really just these guys here. So I need really 2 pieces to replace that. Okay, I got the chainsaw and I hooked up the trailer. So now I'm gonna go. It's 4:45, so we'll see how long doing one run takes. Oh yeah, it's done, it's fixed. This is the same tree, so 1 tree down to fix the bridge, but so good. All right, 1 step closer. Okay, so now excavator and put the logs on. And then when I leave, I don't want my tire to go onto that. So let's see what's gonna happen. First load is done, so I've got like at least 4 loads just here, so it's not being done today. But whatever I do today, I don't have to do tomorrow. I have a problem. The quad potentially could fall in there, because when I gave it some gas to make the back go, oh look at that back here, this is not gonna work either. So I have to tighten my winch so that I can and I have to go get, okay, And then I have to go get the excavator to unload the trailer first. Holy, that wasn't anticipated. No, not at all. So first step is to get out of this. So okay, so the quad shouldn't fall in there now. Fuck. It could have been really bad. Okay, so they're off the trailer is up. Let me see if I can move these logs where they're supposed to be. Okay, now the strap. Okay, it's sketchy. So look at that. Yeah, it's sketchy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start the quad. I'm gonna use the winch, and then I'll move these back in place. Let's see. I'll put you guys here so you can see. Come take a look. It's the bridge is not built for this, so I have to make some adjustments. Otherwise